Hello guys and welcome back to Stress Ninja TV where we serve you the hottest and most controversial gist. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you. Let's dive right in. There are actors who can deliver lines perfectly, actors who can make audiences laugh, cry, and fall in love through their words. But then there are those rare few whose silence speaks louder than 1,000 sentences. Maurice belongs to that rare category. The man doesn't even have to open his mouth before people start feeling things. His eyes alone carry enough emotion to tell a whole movie. Fans are saying it loud and clear, Maurice's eyes tell more stories than his words ever could. Welcome back to Stress Ninja TV, your number one home for the hottest Nollywood updates, gist, and celebrity talk. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so right now because this gist is about to melt hearts and set the internet on fire. Now let's talk about the man whose gaze has the power to stop time. Maurice has become one of Nollywood's most captivating screen presences. In every role he plays, his eyes seem to pull the audience in. Whether he's in pain, love, or silent rage, you feel it before he even speaks. It's something that fans have noticed again and again, and now the internet can't stop talking about it. Clips of his performances are circulating everywhere, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok edits, all showing that one unmistakable thing, the intensity in Maurice's eyes. Fans say it's like he speaks an entire language without uttering a single word. In romantic scenes, those eyes soften so naturally that you'd swear he's genuinely in love. In emotional moments, they glisten like someone who has lived the pain he's portraying. And in moments of anger, they burn so fiercely that viewers forget it's fiction. On Twitter, one fan wrote, "Forget dialogue. Maurice's eyes deserve their own scriptwriter. The way he communicates emotion through his gaze is pure art." Another replied, "When he looks at the female lead, you can literally feel the tension. He doesn't just act, he makes you believe." That's the thing about Maurice, he's mastered the art of subtlety. He doesn't exaggerate. He doesn't overdo it. His acting style is smooth, grounded, and real. It's in the way he pauses before speaking, the way his eyes dart between emotions, the way they seem to hide 1,000 unspoken words. And that's why fans have given him the unofficial title of the man with storytelling eyes. Directors who've worked with him describe him as a natural. One producer once said in an interview, "Maurice doesn't need too many takes. You just say action, and he's already in character. His eyes do the heavy lifting. That's his magic." And truly, it's magic. Because while many actors depend on dialogue, Maurice can command a scene in silence. Fans especially love how his gaze changes depending on who he's acting with. In movies with Sonia Uche, his eyes are warm, tender, and magnetic. People have said repeatedly that it's that look he gives Sonia on screen that sells every love story they star in together. One comment read, "You can't direct that kind of look. That's not acting. That's a whole emotion right there." In another, a fan said, "Maurice's eyes and Sonia Uche's smile are Nollywood's most dangerous combination. Even when he's paired with other actresses like Pearl or Chanina Nibi, the effect is the same. Each time, he manages to create a connection that feels raw and believable. There's a certain mystery behind his gaze, an intensity that leaves people guessing what's going on in his mind." Fans often freeze-frame his scenes, trying to decode what emotion lies behind those eyes. A fan wrote on Facebook, "Maurice doesn't just play his roles, he lives them. You can read the entire story through his eyes. That's talent, not chance." Another added, "That look he gave in Beyond the Veil should be studied in acting schools. It was heartbreak, regret, and love all at once." It's not just his female fans who notice. Even fellow actors have admitted to being mesmerized by how expressive he is without saying much. In an interview, one co-star said, "Acting with Maurice is easy because he gives you something real to react to. You look into his eyes, and you immediately feel what your character is supposed to feel." But perhaps what makes Maurice's gaze even more powerful is its unpredictability. You never quite know what he's thinking, but you can feel it. It's like his eyes are always holding a secret, something he's not ready to say out loud. And that's what keeps audiences hooked. Online fan pages dedicated to Maurice have started compiling video edits focused entirely on his eye movements in different movies. These edits have millions of views. Comments like, "He doesn't need words, just look at him," and "Those eyes deserve their own award," fill every thread. One fan joked, "Maurice Sam's eyes could win Best Actor even if his mouth stayed shut the entire movie." In one viral TikTok clip, a fan slowed down a scene of Maurice staring at Palworth during a dramatic moment. The caption read, "Find a man who looks at you the way Maurice Sam looks at Palworth." The post blew up instantly. Fans flooded the comments with statements like, "That look could melt ice," and "The eyes don't lie, he meant every bit of it." But beyond all the romantic assumptions and online shipping, there's something deeper about Maurice Sam's expression. It's the way he understands human emotion. He captures that tiny moment between thought and speech, that pause when people hesitate, when emotions are still raw and unspoken. That's what makes him different. He doesn't rush. He lets the silence do the work. One fan described it perfectly, "When Maurice looks, it's like time slows down. You forget you're watching a movie. You just feel." People have compared him to classic actors like Ramsey Nouah, who also had that same quiet emotional power. But even Ramsey never had fans this obsessed with his eyes. Maurice has made eye contact an entire performance technique. His looks carry love stories, heartbreaks, betrayals, and forgiveness without needing words. It's gotten to the point where fans make memes saying, "Maurice Sam's eyes need subtitles," or "His eyes said more than the script ever did." A viral post on X read, "The most dangerous weapon in Hollywood right now is not a prop, it's Maurice Sam's gaze." Even his behind-the-scenes photos tell stories. In candid shots where he's not acting, he still gives that same intense energy. Whether he's laughing, thinking, or just looking away from the camera, there's a mystery there that fans can't resist. Someone commented under one of his Instagram posts, "Even when he's just staring into space, he looks like he's in a movie." And let's not forget the countless reactions from fans who confess that one look from Maurice can make their hearts skip. Comments like, "I replayed that scene 10 times just to see that look again," or "I don't know what he said, but those eyes told me everything," are everywhere. Fans are hooked. When you think about it, this connection between Maurice and his audience is no accident. It's something he's built through consistency and authenticity. He doesn't perform for the camera, he feels his roles. That's why his expressions look so effortless. You can tell he doesn't fake it. It's all genuine emotion. A director who worked with him once said, "Maurice doesn't just act from the head. He acts from the heart." That's why his eyes speak louder than his words. Even in interviews, fans can't help but notice the same thing. When he's asked a question, he doesn't rush to answer. He takes a pause, looks thoughtful, and his eyes move as though he's searching for the truth in his response. It makes people listen more closely. Some fans have gone as far as analyzing his zodiac sign, saying his intensity must be tied to his personality. Maurice has that deep, emotional aura, a fan wrote. You can feel it even through your screen. He's not just acting, he's living it. And that's why every time a new movie featuring Maurice Sam drops, fans are ready. Not just to watch, but to feel. They know they're about to experience something powerful, something real. They're not there for just another performance, they're there for those moments where silence speaks louder than dialogue. Even in emotional breakdown scenes, Maurice never overacts. He doesn't need tears streaming down his face to make you cry. One lingering look, one small flicker in his eyes, and suddenly your chest feels tight. That's his magic. Fans often tag him in emotional posts saying things like, "Maurice Sam, you made me believe in love again," or "Your acting healed something in me." That's the kind of emotional influence very few actors ever achieve. There's a particular movie scene that fans keep referencing. Maurice sat across from Sonia Uche, saying nothing. Just silence. But the way his eyes shifted from pain to understanding in a matter of seconds left people in tears. A fan wrote, "That scene didn't need dialogue. His eyes did the talking." This ability has made him a director's favorite. He saves lines, adds depth, and creates realism that goes beyond the page. And in an industry where overacting can easily ruin a good script, Maurice stands out as a master of minimalism. But with all the admiration comes curiosity. Fans are dying to know what goes on in his mind during those silent moments. Is he drawing from personal experiences? Is he imagining something deep? Or is he just so immersed in the role that it becomes second nature? Whatever the secret is, it works because it keeps people glued to their screens. Even some producers have started marketing their films using his name alone. When you see Maurice Sam's face on a poster, you know you're getting quality, one blogger wrote. And if those eyes are in the trailer, forget it, it's an instant click. The craze has also made him a meme icon. On TikTok, people use his slow glances to make funny relationship skits. One viral sound says, "When Maurice Sam looks at you like this, you know you're in trouble." Fans laugh, but deep down, they know it's true, his looks can change the mood of a whole scene. In fact, many are now calling for him to be cast in international productions, saying his ability to convey emotion visually would transcend language barriers. Maurice could act in a silent film, and we'd still get every emotion, a fan commented. Another added, "He doesn't need subtitles, his eyes are the subtitles." And so the legend continues to grow. Maurice Sam has become more than an actor, he's become a storyteller through his gaze. Fans don't just watch him, they study him, feel him, and connect with him. His eyes have become his signature, his voice without sound. In an industry overflowing with talent, Maurice has carved out his space not through noise or controversy, but through emotion. That rare authenticity that makes audiences believe he's not just acting, he's living every role. That's why people say his eyes tell stories. They carry heartbreaks, hopes, and hidden emotions that words could never capture. So next time you see Maurice Sam on screen, pay attention. When he looks at someone, when his eyes shift slightly, when he blinks slower than usual, he's not just acting. He's telling you something deeper. And that's what makes him one of Nollywood's most powerful and emotionally connected stars. And that's your hot gist, served fresh and real from Stress Ninja TV. Don't forget to subscribe, drop your comments, and share this video because Maurice Sam's eyes aren't done speaking yet, they've only just begun their story. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.